Hello and welcome to another episode of True Food Reviews. And today I'm doing something a little bit differently, this is the second video, so of course it's going to be differently, and I'm going to be doing a review of a restaurant that I recently went to. So today, and the first restaurant episode of True Food Reviews, it's going to be Ootori Sushi. So, we get into a little bit of history with Ootori Sushi. In April 23rd of 2016, a restaurant in Rochester called Sushi Nishiki had closed its doors. And according to a Post Bulletin article, Sammy Liu and Lawrence Wong, the owners, had closed Sushi Nishiki after a third party of theirs had pulled out of the business. And they took this as an opportunity to kind of rebrand and restyle their restaurant, which came with them also moving out of where Sushi Nishiki was located before, in Target area, to where it is now on Commerce Drive near the Costco. So, on June 30th, 2016, Ootori Sushi had opened its doors. Which is crazy, because I didn't know that at the time. In fact, we only went there because we saw that there was an open sign. My wife and I saw that there was an open sign last week, and we're like, oh, we gotta go check it out when we get a chance. And today was that chance. So, I've always said that Sushi Nishiki had the best sushi in town. I've always said that. So, knowing that this was like a new version of Sushi Nishiki, I was really excited and I had to go check this out. So, let me adjust this camera a bit. There we go. Centering me a bit. Alright. The first thing you notice when you get to this restaurant is there's a lot of construction in the area. The whole Commerce Drive area around Costco has just been constantly under construction for the last year or two. So like even right next to the restaurant there's this giant dirt mound where I assume they're going to be building something soon. And that's kind of one of the reasons why we didn't realize it was open, is because of all the construction going on in the area. And it's not super obvious that it's open. Not a lot of cars in that shop, that little strip mall that it's at. So maybe a month or two back we had saw like the Ootori Sushi sign, or at least the opening soon sign for Ootori Sushi from the road there. So we were always interested in this and we just couldn't wait. And then I think we had looked up, and that's how we knew that it was formerly Sushi Nishiki. So yeah, the sign's big and you can see it from the road. And as you're walking up to it, you see that they have a little concrete section, which should be on the screen now, where it looks like they're going to be building a patio. They even have some speakers. I assume they're going to be playing music at some point, or maybe that's for orders or something. But it looks like they're going to be focused on building a patio area soon, which is really cool. Because the thought of eating like Japanese style foods or sushi outside on a nice day is really appealing, especially since sushi is typically cold. So it'll give you that nice little balance of hot and cold while you're outside in the hot summer weather. And the inside of the restaurant is very nice. I didn't take any photos of the inside of the restaurant. It's very modern, and like most sushi establishments, like most sushi establishments, there's a sushi bar in the center area, so most people can kind of see at least the chef. You can't really see what they're doing with their hands, but you can see the chef working there, working on the sushi and the food. The table, if it's in this photos, I guess we deleted it. Wait, where is it? Oh, whatever. It's in there somewhere. The table was decorated with a nice little flower and water, and then they gave us water, and my wife got tea, green tea, and then there's also soy sauce there for you to dip your sushi in. I don't do that though. I never dip my sushi. That's just me though. I'm not a big fan of soy sauce. It's a very small amount of soy sauce, and like rice is good, but alright. So the next thing I'll get into is the staff. Staff here is very friendly, which is a plus for me, and if you want me to come back to your restaurant, you have to have good, friendly staff, and they were. So my wife and I brought our daughter to the restaurant because where else are you going to put a daughter but bring her? And she had just woken up kind of halfway in the middle of her nap, so she wasn't in a good mood. So we asked them if they could bring out her rice a little bit sooner, and like the whole staff had kind of jumped up trying to get that out as soon as they could. which is nice. They could have just let her cry, but they didn't. They worked to try and make us and her happy. And overall, the food came out quickly. We didn't wait too long for it. It just felt long because my daughter was upset. But the food came out really good, and it looked really good, and it came out quickly. All right, the first food item that I tried is the sweet potato tempura, and then it's just sliced up yams essentially, and then it's cooked in tempura. It's cooked in tempura batter, which is a Japanese style of frying. So I'm not sure if this is just an American thing or maybe. Let me step back a bit. So I spent 5 years living in Japan. So I've had a lot of Japanese food, and I love tempura. But for some reason, at most American places that I get tempura at, it's like under-seasoned or something. It just tastes bland compared to the way that I had it back there. So and Ootori Sushi included. So I had to dip the tempura in sauce that they had given us the whole time. Even though when I was living in Japan, I could just buy it from a cart vendor and just eat it there. So, but it came out warm and it came out fresh. So it was good, but maybe it's an American style of seasoning it that just doesn't taste good to me. The next thing is takoyaki, which is probably my favorite part of the meal. Takoyaki is little round balls that are that contain octopus. Tako means octopus, and it's drizzled with a katsu sauce and Japanese mayo, and then they top that off, as you can see, with dried seaweed and fish flakes. And I think one of my biggest regrets about living in Japan is that I didn't eat too much takoyaki, which is a shame because I love octopus and takoyaki is really good. So, and the takoyaki at Ootori Sushi is some of the best takoyaki I've ever had. It came out fresh and warm and delicious. And most places that I've gotten takoyaki at, that first bite burns my mouth. I don't know how they did it here, but that takoyaki came out at the perfect temperature where it was warm and tasted hot, but did not burn me. So I don't know how they did that, but that's a big plus because they managed to perfect, I guess, that serving temperature. Really good. So yeah, if you love octopus, takoyaki is definitely something I would suggest you try. A lot of people in Japan kind of eat it as a street snack. And you just buy a bunch of them and just eat it as you're walking around. So that was takoyaki. Next up is the sushi. And the most important aspect for sushi, to me at least, is the rice. The rice has to be cooked in a specific way. And I can't explain it because I'm not a sushi master. But a lot of places I've eaten at the States, the rice doesn't taste good. Or the rice is cold. I mean, not cold, but just kind of tastes old, not fresh. And so the rice has to be right for me to like it. And the sushi rice at Ootori Sushi, and formerly Sushi Nishiki, is on point. Rice was amazing. Some of the best probably the best that I've had in the States. So the first sushi dish I want to talk about is a salmon roll. And a salmon roll is just rice and salmon wrapped up in the sushi. And my wife picked the salmon roll, so I can't speak too much on how it tastes compared to Japan because I didn't eat it too much in Japan. But it tasted good, and I ate it. So I mean that's about where that lands. The next thing I got is the California roll, which is the one that doesn't have the seaweed on it. California roll is crab meat with avocado, cucumber, and sesame seeds. And my parents usually pick up the California roll when they get sushi, so it's kind of it was a comfort pick for me because I've tasted it a lot, and it tasted great. It's the best California rolls I've had in a while. So if you want a safe and simple sushi dish, California roll is a good one to go for. I guess you'd have to like avocado or cucumber. It's a California thing. The next thing that I tried was the maguro nigiri, which is the pink sushi in the center there. And maguro nigiri is one of the most important sushis that you have to make. It's like one of the staple. It's like the staple sushi. So you have to make it right. Maguro is Japanese for tuna, not to be compared with say like tuna salad. That's tsuna, but maguro is like actual like tuna fillet kind of thing. So I guess I had one nitpicky thing to take out of it, is that the cut of it was not perfect. It was good. It was fine. Because, you know, the food part, the tasting part is what's important. And it tasted great. I mean, maguro is maguro. But, like, the cut on it was off, I guess. Not a big deal, especially since it wasn't expensive sushi, but just something that I noticed, so I am going to talk about it here. But yeah, it tasted great. I would eat a bunch of those. I don't care what they look like. And then the next sushi is the tako nigiri, which is that octopus arm that's somewhere around me. I forgot where I don't know where I'm putting this camera at yet. But yeah, tako nigiri, Japanese for octopus, and it's very hard. It's been very hard finding good octopus in restaurants here because, like, I don't know. I've lived in California and I've lived in Japan, so I've had fresh octopus. I don't know how fresh it is in California, but you know, I've had fresh octopus and I love octopus. But here in Minnesota, it's been pretty hard trying to find good octopus. So I always try it when I can because I miss it so much. So yeah, again, tako is Japanese for octopus, which is funny because when I'm with my wife and her family, her side of the family, they always seem to get confused when I say I want taco roll or taco sushi, because they think I mean like a Mexican taco, but I've never had anything like that. And I mean octopus when I say it, so I don't know, they'll have to figure that out. But the octopus tasted good. It was better than most places I've had it at here, especially. So I always enjoy a good tako nigiri, and that was a good tako nigiri. So we move into the recommendation. If you're looking for good sushi in Rochester, this is probably the best place you can find it at. I don't know why people always say Ichitokyo is best, because I've been there at least 4 times, and all 4 times have been just disappointing, and the sushi's not that good. If you're getting offered all-you-can-eat sushi, it's probably not good quality sushi. And then the maguro nigiri and the tako nigiri are both $2 each, and then the rolls are $6 for the 8 slices you get. You pay for what you get, right? So if you want good sushi, tako nigiri. If you want to pig out on cheap sushi, Ichitokyo. But I'm not going to complain about Ichitokyo in this video. That's for another time. If I ever go back to Ichitokyo just so I can have some fuel to talk about it on a Matt rant, maybe I'll go back. Yes, I give sushi nigiri, Ootori Sushi. I give Ootori Sushi a 5 out of 5, and I definitely recommend you try it. It's awesome, and I can't wait to go back again. But that's all for True Food Reviews. If you have any comments, comment at the bottom or email me at TrueMagMegaGaming. Check me out at Twitter and this YouTube channel, and I play games also. So check me out on those other things. My name's True, and we'll chat later.